Hello, and welcome to part 2 of my June 2013 video game pickups collection collection. There was one thing I forgot to mention in part 1 that I downloaded this month, and that is a Xbox Live arcade title called State of Decay, which is an absolutely fantastic, very sort of addictive zombie survival game. It's kind of like if you put Dead Rising in a sort of Walking Dead type situation, or theme, I should say. And yeah, it's really good. It's sort of originally an indie title, and it's sold really well. I think it sold like 500,000 copies worldwide, and yeah, if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's really, really not the best made game, but a fantastic experience, and you should definitely check it out. Okay, back to the retail games, and first up is a game I bought at Blockbuster. Yes, they actually exist in our country. I know in America they've sort of gone bust, but yep. And it is UFC 3 Undisputed. Now I've got games like Finite Round 3 and WWE 13, and this is kind of I guess you could say it's kind of like the middle ground of that. And yeah, it's pretty good. I don't really know too much about UFC and all that, and like all the fighters in it, but yeah, as a game, it's pretty fun. It's kind of complex, but once you get into it, it's actually pretty damn good. Next up is a game I bought for like £2.50 in Oxfam, and that is Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube. Really, really fun game. Like pretty decent campaign, and like even better mini games, and yeah, it's pretty good. You should know what this is, but it's on almost every system, every Nintendo system, that is. So yeah. Next up is some games I bought online from CX's website. I'm going to start off with one Wii game, and that is a pretty interesting one. That's Wario Land: The Shake Dimension. I believe it's called Wario Land Shake It in America, I think. And yeah, it's I believe it's like one of the earlier sort of Wii games that look kind of interesting. You don't have to sort of really use that many motion controls. You sort of turn the Wii controller on its side, and all you do is you shake the Wiimote up and down, and that's pretty much all you need to do. And but yeah, it's got a cool 2D art style, and yeah, I can't wait to play it. I'm going to continue with some more PS2 games, and that's the first one is a series, and that's Way of the Samurai 1 and Way of the Samurai 2. These were actually recommended to me by a friend of mine who absolutely adores these games. They're quite challenging from what I hear, but yeah, I don't mind a little challenge now and again. I was sort of looking for something similar to Onimusha, and this kind of that sort of style, that timeline, I guess, and yeah, I can't wait to try them out. Next up is the sequel to XMen Legends, and that's XMen Legends 2 Rise of the Apocalypse. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of X-Men, but I've got the cartoon series on DVD, the 90s cartoon series, and yeah, I can't wait to play both of these games. Next up we have Destroy Humans. This was one I actually did play back in the day, and I got, I think 2/3, 3/4 into the game, and then the army showed up and just absolutely annihilated me in one of the missions. But yeah, it's kind of unique. You sort of can like use like mind control on humans and sort of blow buildings up and stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty. It's not like serious. It's just like really sort of wacky kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really fun. Next up, we have Gungrave, which is like an arcade shooter. Sort of interesting thing about this is sort of very sort of linear, and you have like a sort of like grave on your back, and you sort of like use that to like holster your weapons and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of cool. It's sort of anime sort of manga style cutscenes from what I can tell. I've not actually played it myself, but yeah, it looks interesting. I know there's a sequel as well. I have to check that out as well. And finally, I bought a PS3 game. It's quite cheap. It's kind of interesting, and that's 3D Game Heroes. And yeah, it's kind of like the old style Legend of Zelda games, and but it's like in 8-bit, and sort of blocky and sort of really really unique sort of game design. And yeah, it looks really fun. I hear it's quite short, so I didn't want to pay too much for this, but yeah, kind of happy to finally have it in my collection. And finally, these are the games I've got at Cash Converters. I think in total it was like 19 quid or so. I'll start with the PS2 games, which I got for like £1 each. First one's Baldurs Gate Dark Alliance. Fantastic top-down sort of RPG. Really, really good for its time, and it still holds up pretty well today. Next up we have Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which comes with like Sonic 1, 2 and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Spinball, Mean Bean Machine, oh god, 3D Flickies Island, that was terrible. I can't remember if you can look Sonic CD with this one, but I think that might be the other, there was like another collection of this. But yeah, even so, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles and Spinball, Mean Machine, that's a fantastic set of games. And I also got another copy of Whiplash, because the one I had a little tear here, so I thought I'd pick up another one for like £1. Next up was Wii game, and that is Dead Space Extraction. I got the Resident Evil light gun game, so it kind of got me into sort of trying out some more of them, and yeah, I've heard this one's pretty good as well. And I love Dead Space. I've got like all 3 of the games, the other games, like the proper ones, and also 2 of the movies that was like the animated ones, and yeah, love that series. And finally, I have a 360 game, pretty damn good one. I feel kind of stupid for like selling it the first time, because it's really very sort of unique style of game, and that's Alice Madness Returns. But yeah, fantastic detail and very sort of dark humour, and yeah, just very interesting story as well. And the only thing it didn't actually come with instructions. That's because like EA started, like companies like EA and Ubisoft started getting rid of like manuals for some reason. And but yeah, really good game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It comes with like an online pass for the original Alice, American McGee's Alice, which I already downloaded anyway. So yeah, I didn't really need the online to get it new to get the online pass. So yeah, very happy with that. Yeah, that's it for my June 2013 video game pickups. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again for the set of games for next month. And yeah, have a good day, everyone.